Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Various Isles in City Skylines, episode 2 of this season. Where in the last episode we started building this little community, and at the end of it I asked you for some comments and some suggestions. And one suggestion I got was, I have to look it up, Manta Ray Bay. And I think that is an excellent suggestion because, well, we're in a bay, so that's a good name. And I quite like the fact of going with marine themed names, nautical names, because we are on an island map, of course. So yeah, this little village is going to be called Manta Ray Bay. I feel that's a name that gets suggested every time on a City Skylines video when somebody asks for names and we're near the water, but I've never seen anybody actually use it before, so that is what it's going to be called from now on. You are abandoned. I don't know why you are abandoned. But you won't be there long anyway, because in today's episode we are of course going to expand the village a little bit to this side, but more importantly we are going to remove this industry in favor for some forest industry. Now we are not going to make the same mistake that we did in the last season, where we put down a huge farm right at the start of the city, of building everything, and we didn't have any industry demand for years and years and years. So it was like 10 episodes or so before we even considered building another industry thing. So we are going to start small this time. We're not going to, immediately fill half the map in with forest industry, but that is what we are going to do on this side. And before we can do that, we need to move the garbage and the waste water treatment away from there, because we don't want that in our garbage, in our forest industry. So we need to find a place for that, and I thought maybe this would be a nice place for a water treatment facility. I'm not going to build it in this episode, but I am going to move all of our water stuff over here so that we know that in the future, once we are big enough to warrant, an actual water treatment facility, this is where we are going to be building it. So let's do that first, and then we can start on our forest industry. here it is, the first little part to our forest industry. I deliberately kept it small this time, so we have a main building, one barrack, and a maintenance building. And for now, we are just creating raw forest products. We have only a couple of trees that we planted, not too much. If we look at the forest industry area, then we have a total of 285 places for people to work. And yeah, we make, I don't want to say a whole lot of money, but we make a little bit of money. We are in the green overall, so that is nice. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is these trees. I can choose between 3 different types of trees. Maybe beech looks a little bit better, but alder and the beech, they are both bright green, and we don't really have any bright green trees in here. I tried to change it with Bob, but if I want to change it, I have to go through... now that it's beech, I can change it all at once. When it were alders, I had to do everything manually. Okay. Can we do chestnut? That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? I was going to say I'm going to do it off camera if I have to do it 1 tree at a time. But yeah, this is not too bad, not too shabby. Excellent. So yeah, minus 256 for the area, but overall we were at plus 1200 not too long ago. I also added a little bit more infrastructure. We have fish farm over here. I had to adjust the fishing route of one of the fishing harbors a little bit, but yeah, I think these look pretty cool with these things out in the water. Sustainable fishing and all of that. So yeah, we put down a little bit of infrastructure. I added a nice little bridge over the highway, so to make sure that this isn't the only bridge over the highway from, you know, the farm area to the living area, not the farm area, the forest area to the living area, because people need to work as well. What I'm also going to do is from over here, I think, to over here, we'll add a bike route. Or a path or something. I want people to be able to walk everywhere, walk and bike everywhere in this city. So, but for now, first thing I'm going to do, I think, is we're going to fill in most of the inside of this area so that our little village can grow a little bit, and we have enough people to fill up those 285 places in the Belmont Woods. But this is not going to be Belmont Woods. This is going to be Manta Ray Bay Forest, Manta Ray Bay Woods. I don't know. If you have a better name for the wood industry, the forest industry, let me know down below. As always, leave a comment and I'll put your name on it. Yeah, so let's continue with our little village. The first thing I want to do is I want to add a soccer field of some sort, because I like soccer. So every village we're going to build on this map is going to have at least 1 soccer field. So that is what we're going to start with, and let's do it. Here we are again, a little bit more built in Manta Ray Bay over here. And I did expand the forest industry a little bit. I noticed we went to 2 stars, which is good. We have now 250 people working here and 485 jobs. It is making us money. For whatever reason, every time I first open it, it says minus something. Ah, there we go. Back to 800 for the output and profit of 100. But all in all, we're making about 1,500 a week, which is good. So yeah, we have plenty of demand for residential and for commercial. So I was thinking along this road, we'll build some commercial buildings, and then behind it, as a little bit of a sound barrier between the highway and the rest of the village, will be more trees. This will obviously be filled in with some more houses. I also added another one of these because Fish Factory kept popping up that they didn't have enough fish, but now they seem to have enough, which is nice because Fish Factory creates commercial zone goods, which means we have to import less and more of our commercial buildings get their stuff locally. So that is pretty good. So what do we need to do next? Now, obviously, we need a whole lot more. We need a lot more people and some more commercial in order to grow the town a little bit. So next thing that we are going to do, if these would stop complaining about not enough workers, please. So yeah, next thing we are going to do is we're going to fill this one in. I did put a little bit of, well, technically it's high density, but it's only like 4 or 5 stories high, so I would call it medium density. In here, I think I will do a couple of more along the mountain ridge over here, maybe even a little bit higher than what I did here. Fill in the rest of this with some housing, maybe a park or two, and yeah, see how we fare from there. And maybe we can expand the forest industry a little bit to add some processing factories to it as well. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Alright, and that is another part of Manta Ray Bay done. And as you can see, put a lot of shopping along this main road over here, but they keep complaining about not enough workers, even though there is still demand for shops. So yeah, hopefully they'll go away in a couple of minutes. You have some workers, but okay. I'll just keep resetting them until there are enough workers. Now, looking at the forest industry, I tried to make the what do you call it, the line from our forest plantations into the mountains a little bit less harsh by putting some more trees around it of the same sort. So yeah, that helps a little bit with straight edges not being so obvious. So this entire part here is going to be all filled in with more plantations. This one is going to be more factory stuff. And yeah, I think we are doing pretty well now that we have a little bit of plain timber production. We are making a whole lot more money. So that is nice to see. Now, one thing that I wanted to change real quick was we're going to take Bob over here. And let's see, we have all the same trees. Can we change that to a chestnut? We sure can. Okay, excellent. That's better. And there were a couple of things that I wanted to double check. So if we go to Traffic Manager, Gameplay, we have the Advanced Vehicle AI at 50%. We have the Parking AI on, that's good, that's good. Minor complaints, excellent. Do we also have despawning turned off? We do, excellent. So despawning turned off is something we always played with, but the Parking AI was something that we only turned on later in the game in the last season. But looking at it right now, I think we're doing all right. 91 traffic flow. I mean, if it was any less than 90, it would be it would be very troublesome, because we only have this little bit, only low density and only a tiny little bit of industry. What I am going to do in preparation for more busy industry is I'm going to make that an asymmetrical road, and the same goes for over here, and let's do that one as well while we're at it. So yeah, in the last season at the end, traffic was getting to be an issue. Wasn't a very big issue, but we certainly could have taken into account traffic better when planning and laying out the city. See, now they're all abandoned again. So that is something that I want to do better this time in this city. Also, while we're at it, why don't we make these intersections look a little bit better? First of all, make sure they're straight. Excellent. And then take the marking tool. So this one goes to there. Let's make it no, not a double solid. Let's make it a single solid. And then this one, that looks a little bit weird. So this one goes to there. Yeah, excellent. Looking good. Excellent. So we didn't do that much today in terms of new things, but we did expand the village significantly. We changed our industry for the forest industry, moved some things around. And yeah, if you have an idea for a better name than Manta Ray Bay Woods for the forest industry, please let me know. If you have naming suggestions in general, let me know. And if you have suggestions about where to go with this season, what you would like to see be built in here what you like me to tackle, what mods maybe you want me to use, are there assets that you want me to use. Please leave it in the comment below, or just leave a thumbs up or smiley or whatever. But yeah, every little bit helps in the YouTube algorithm. And this has been everything for today. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.